Hi everyone, welcome to Modern Mom Girl. It's your girl Emmy.
And it's your girl Lex.
Welcome to episode 17. It is Toxic Relationships. And if you're new here, we're here to inspire, empower, and encourage Asian women to unapologetically and authentically be themselves. And if you've been here before, welcome back to Modern Mom Girl. All right, so to the juicy topic. We're starting off the year with toxic stuff like red flags and this because that's what we're leaving behind in 2024, right?
Period.
So 2025, we're starting new. We're gonna learn how to let go of this toxic energy because we don't need it with this, okay? So to start off, our topics today will be: what is a toxic partner like? Why it's so hard to leave a toxic partner, and advice on how to leave a toxic partner. And then we'll just go with our past experiences and tell some little stories.
All right. So let's get started.
All right, Lex, you want to start on toxic traits?
My goodness, there are so many toxic traits, and I feel like they creep up on you because you don't truly know the person until you're with them.
Yeah.
That's just a dead ass
That's
truth.
how it always is like.
Yeah, because who is gonna show you their bad side on the first date? That's so rare. But some traits that definitely is toxic right off the bat, cheating. If you a cheater, you are toxica. You need to work on your childhood trauma, whatever you got going on. Next is contentment. So at first I didn't know what contentment was, but I started doing I was researching what is the number one cause of divorce and breakups and stuff like that, and it is contentment. And it's honestly just having a really smart mouth, okay. going off on your partner, oh, you really did that? Okay. Being sarcastic and just disrespecting them because you just have no respect for them. So you belittle them and make fun of every little action that they do because you just don't find it attractive, and you're just a whole huge ick to me now, where I'm just no, I'm gonna make fun of you instead.
You continuously put them down.
Yes, yeah. So I honestly didn't know that contentment was the number one thing in divorce and relationships. So yeah, dishonesty, the continuous lies. Honestly, girly, if you just feel that intuition come to you that they are lying,
trust your gut, sis.
Chances
always you're right.
Yeah, they are freaking lying. You can already tell the energy too. They are most definitely lying. Blaming, never taking accountability of their own action because they are just too scared to. Maybe they was never taught that. Maybe they were just too babied. I don't know, but that's turn off. And it goes along with the next traits that I'm gonna list out too, defensive anger. Just getting defensive when someone is pointing out
something you did that they didn't like, and they get defensive.
Right. I don't want to say a flaw, but just criticism, and then they're just oh my gosh, how dare you come at me, when really I'm not trying to come at you, but I'm just telling you how I feel.
Constructive criticism.
Yes, yeah. But in a feely type of way, you know? But they don't want to take that, so they instead get upset, and then now it invalidates your feelings, and you're just oh no, I was
wrong.
Yeah,
now it's
I was upset, and now I gotta be sad. Oh shoot, never mind. And so that goes with gaslighting too, just manipulating you into thinking that you were crazy, what you feel isn't validated, and their feelings are way more important than yours are. And it's just a really twisted game. You really start to feel like you're the crazy one, and you have to replay scenarios in your head over and over, and you also have to replay the actual event that happened in your head over and over to like make sure that you
aren't crazy.
insane.
Yeah. But it's like some people don't know that they're gaslighters. Like they're not aware.
That is so scary.
Yeah, it's just that's why you gotta be really self-aware if you get into a relationship, like of who you are, and like.
That's why I'm scared. I'm like,
gaslighting is scary.
Yeah, because it's like, damn, am I gaslighting? But I feel like I'm very aware of who I am, and so like I could tell if I'm gaslighting too. Not that I would ever do it on purpose. I feel like I would do it if it was for fun, like those TikTok videos where they're like gaslighting, but they're just doing it for fun. But anyways, on to the next one too. Disrespect, period. Just disrespecting your partner, not prioritizing them, just putting them off. Like, I already have this person, like, they'll always be there type deal,
That comfort of like, oh, I'm so comfortable, they're here, they're not going to leave.
Exactly. And then my last one is narcissistic rage. Like, you could never tell if this person is a narcissist, but you can tell how they get upset is very different with how you get upset. Now, I understand that, maybe the way women and men, they get upset is different, but then you can definitely tell, like, when someone gets upset in the normal way, Yeah, because, like, when someone gets, like, overly upset and they get scary. Like, you can see, like
they shake it. Like,
yeah. You can see the blackness in their eyes. You can
like,
see no soul. Yeah. Like, there's, like, no window in their eyes at all. It's just, it's, like, blackout scary, y'all. And so, those are some of my toxica partner traits. There are far more, but I'm just going to list those 8 for now.
Yes. So, for me, kind of the same as Lex, but I'll just say the ones that I guess are a little different. I tried to put ones that are a little more different today. Criticism, also the same as what Lex said, with like belittling you and like, always criticizing every little thing that you do. Another trait is controlling behaviors and possessiveness. So that man trying to control who you talk to, like who you surround yourself with, friends and whatever, and what you wear. You gotta drop him. Like, we don't do that here, like that insecurity, like, no. And then boundaries. So when they don't respect your boundaries, obviously, even if you're in a relationship, you still have boundaries that you set. And if they always cross that boundary, definitely a toxic trait. For example, like in a relationship, you're sexually intimate, but you say no and they ignore that. Just because you're in a relationship don't mean that you have the right to just sleep with them if you want to, If your partner says no, it's a no. It's still considered RAPE if you do it to a partner and they say no,
Yeah.
So boundaries, definitely. And being manipulative, just trying to influence the way that you think. And then responsibility deflection, basically blaming others and objects for how they are and how they act.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, this happened because I was drinking alcohol, or I'm the way I am because of drugs and this and that, and then blaming past relationships for the insecurities. Like, yes. No. Like, you already went through that relationship. You're in this next one because you were ready for the relationship, right?
Yeah.
So, exactly. No, you can't just go blaming your past relationship. Like, she caused me to be like this. Like, no. Like, this happened because of your relationship, but you learn from it, And people don't do that.
Exactly.
They try to deflect that responsibility and like, it wasn't my fault. It was because of this person that I used to date 10 years ago. It was their fault. They were like, no, be responsible for that shit, girl.
Period.
Boy, both ways.
Yeah, I also want to add on, if like you blame your exes too, you're the problem. You are the problem. Don't be talking about them. They not even think about you anymore, but you still think about them.
Dude, this draw's in here the whole time.
Oh,
oh my God.
That's okay. You know what? It's fine.
Okay.
We're already too deep in anyway. But yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube or Spotify, don't mind the straw. We just moved it.
Yeah, so. I'm sorry.
It just wanted to be part of the pod.
It was a red flag, okay?
For real?
All right, and then lastly, betrayal. Just the lying and not being truthful. Always freaking lying, like we said. Trust your guts. Your guts is always right. So, yeah. Now, on to the next topic. Why it's hard to leave a toxic partner and advice on how to leave a toxic partner.
Oh my gosh. Where do
Honestly,
we
this
even
topic is really
start?
deep, and
It
we're just
is.
gonna go over it like, really broad. We could do this like a different topic to go more in depth with it.
Mm-hmm.
But why it's hard to leave a toxic relationship? Obviously, love. You still have love for the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter how much you try to say, "Oh, I'm over them, like I want to leave them," you can't, because you just love this
Mm-hmm.
person so much. You're in denial of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
And then codependency. When you've been together for so long, you're so dependent on this person. So obviously, you you feel like you can't leave them, or you can't exist without them.
Mm-hmm.
But just remember, you existed 100% well without them, so you could exist without them too. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this episode, it just like, it was the vibe for me because today I listened to Selena Gomez's old song, The Heart Wants What It Wants, and the intro of her song, the extended one, the extended version, it was just so freaking deep. Like, she was like, oh, I don't know why, I'm feeling so good about myself, and then over one stupid thing, I fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
And, she was saying how she guessed she chose someone that was going to break her. And, it's not like it was a choice for her too, because she was like, I love this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I love them more than I love myself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you can realize it for yourself however much or however long that you want, but it doesn't actually happen until the action
You take
is,
action.
is there, until you finally pick up and leave. And it is definitely easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, a lot of us women are stuck in this situation because we just have too big of a heart. Like,
too much love. Like,
it's just so much
mm-hmm.
that, and there's so many factors that go into it. And then at the end of the day, it is on you,
Mm-hmm.
and 100% you do know that for yourself too.
It's your choice at the end of the day.
Right.
Everything in a relationship is a choice.
Yeah, period.
That's all you gotta remember. It's a choice.
Yeah, and we're really big on what is that word? Oh, consent. We're really big on consent. So remember, you are consenting yourself to be in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we should take a breath, because we understand that it's really hard to talk about a topic like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, girlies, let's take a moment of breath. Inhale, exhale. Yeah.
Give yourself some love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, show yourself some grace.
Yes.
Other factors that go into staying in relationships like this is also fear, because you're scared to leave this relationship. And I feel like a lot of women, they have like a scarcity mindset where they're like, I may never find someone like this. I may never find someone who loves me, or I'm not worthy of love. Like, who else is gonna love me besides this person? And everything like that. Or maybe because
the other person is
the other person is
scary
abusive.
person. Yeah.
It could be mental abuse, physical abuse,
emotional abuse.
Yes, where to the point where you're just like, I just can't leave this person because this person is unpredictable. I don't know what they're gonna do next. So fear definitely plays a factor in that. Another one is attachment. This one is the hardest one. I feel like this one is for like everyone experiencing a relationship, because everyone in a relationship is definitely attached to their partner. Like, it is so hard. I feel like
sometimes, like, even when you're done with a relationship, like, you no longer love them, you're just still attached to them.
Yeah.
And you can't leave,
Yes.
It's just like
it's so
that
scary.
attachment.
It's like a soul tie. But then it's actually, like, if you think about it, it's really not a soul tie. But it feels like that because it's so powerful, like that this is why sometimes I hate human feelings, because I'm like, why does it have to be so
Why
deep?
does it gotta hurt so bad?
Yeah, like, I swear it's not even that deep, but we just be making it that deep. Like,
Just like
like for real, it's like, oh my god, like this is a heartbreak, but no, we're like in the zone. We're like, oh my god, I could feel this in the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, like all other galaxies. It's crazy being in a relationship in general, period. And so another one is shame. Because, like, I feel like once when you are in a relationship and you do bring this person around, your family and your friends, they get to know your people, you get to know their people, and then suddenly, like,
and you was vouching for them, like, they're
for
good
real.
as hell, you know, they were meant for me, and then boom, all of a sudden you're like, damn, they're the opposite. Like, you feel kind of shameful, like, damn, I like really like vouch for this person, you know, I gave all my love to them, and my whole family met them, but they're not who they were, you know, you feel
For
kind of
real.
shameful. You don't want people to find out, you know, it's like that pride.
Yes, yeah. And it's just like, damn, I was posting you, now I'm not posting you no
Yeah.
more. Like, everything deleted. But yeah, it's just like that kind of feeling where, you know, you definitely don't want anyone to see that. But on to the next. We got how to leave. Just leave, sis.
Just walk out the door.
Yeah.
Pack your bags and leave.
Yep. Let's do it together.
Yeah.
Call us. DM us. We
Yes,
will help you.
We'll help you.
No, just kidding. But
let's see. Yeah, some things would be the very first one, give yourself grace. That's something I always say. Give yourself grace, because it's never easy to leave someone you love, and give yourself grace. If you're always so hard on yourself, everything's already hard. Like, why are you hard on yourself when everything around you is already hard? You should be giving yourself some love and grace, you know, during the hard times. And then another one, surrounding yourself with people that love you. Okay, not people that you love, but people that love you. So when you're just surrounded by so much people that love you, know that there's like people around you that care for you, like that gives you, I feel like, more strength to leave the past behind or leave your partner behind. And doing things that you love, which leads to getting back to being you. Doing things that you love, showing yourself love again, going back to your hobbies, going back to who you were before you met that partner, you know? Because I feel like women in relationships, when they're with a partner, they sort of start letting themselves go, and they just start embracing the other person instead of themselves.
Yeah.
You know? And their focus is just on the other person.
It's that boyfriend air.
Okay. Like why are we like this? You know? We just yeah, I just feel like women just lose themselves so much in relationships, and that's something that's so hard for you to do after you leave a relationship, like going back to being you. Like, how do you do that? Who were you before this relationship, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like such a journey to find that again, but like the first step to doing that is starting to do things to love again. Yeah.
Period. I agree. Like, boyfriend air is really real. Like, I see so many people just fall into that trap. I mean, I fell into it. Sometimes I'll be looking in the mirror and I'm like, girl, you alive? Like, you okay? Like, you need to get up. Like, I'm already up, but like, I need to like fully be up, you know? And so I totally understand. I think it's just that level of getting too comfortable where you're just like, oh, I don't need to look good anymore. But you have to look good for yourself, though. It's not for others. It is for yourself. But I think just being in that comfort of the relationship really gets you to just be like, oh, like, I'm content. I'm happy with quotation marks, you know, like, I'm just going to be comfortable then, you know. So other ones are also, you know, setting boundaries for yourself, knowing to like do no contact. I see a lot of people struggle with this. They're like, first day of no contact, I can't do it. Like, I gotta go back. Like, how are you doing? Oh my gosh.
They text you and boom, you're like right back. Yes. Like, you know,
For real.
it's like that. Like,
yeah. So, gotta do better with no contact. I know that it hurts so much. And sometimes, like, Like, this is like one of my experiences too, but I don't know how I did no contact with my first relationship. I feel like it was really easy for me just because like that person was just the biggest ick to me. And we'll go more in depth with the story, but yeah, like having that no contact is just really important. Other boundaries is just like not checking their social media and stuff, or not having the urge to be like, oh, I'm gonna like for you crazy girlies out there, I hope you guys are not this crazy, but like driving by his house or whatever, checking his workplace, like please set those boundaries for you where you are just like, he is out of my mind.
Out of sight, out of mind, okay?
Yes. Every single time you think about doing these kind of things, go to the gym. Yes. Okay? Take a walk around the block. I don't know, just don't do that, okay? And another one, oh yeah, revenge. Honey, don't do revenge.
Yeah.
It will be a waste of time.
Like, why are you taking revenge on a person that don't give a fuck? Like, why?
For real.
What?
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, more stories to come with that one too. Don't be taking revenge. It's a total waste of time. And most likely you may like get a call from the cops or whatever too if you be doing that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. When you do leave this relationship, just really collect yourself and remember that you are your priority.
Yeah, you do it for you.
Period. Because you love yourself more.
Yes.
You love yourself most. You are first.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we are doing story times. Oh gosh, Emmy, you go first.
Okay, let's see. I'll go with my first toxic ever relationship. That was in high school. I met this person through one of my besties, and it was already like a red flag from the very beginning. But because I was in a relationship before, I didn't know, like it was like those type of where like we talked about the previous episode about they're so delulu. They're already like thought about the future before you.
Yes,
and this person disappeared off the face of the earth for like 3 months and was like, I'm so sorry, things happened. And me being the nice girl that I am, I'm like, oh, it's okay, like it's okay, things happen in life. Right. And then this person just had a lot going on with their family, and I'm such a lover girl that I feel bad and all that stuff. So yeah, I got in a relationship with this person, and this person was controlling and possessive as hell. Let's see, every time when I got off of school, this person like gotta be on call with me right after school, even like when I'm showering, when I'm sleeping, until the freaking next day. And then I'll go to school, and then no call, and then back home, call again. It was like that. And then he also was like, wanting my social media passwords and stuff, and checking my accounts. And because he made me so stressed, I talked to my friends about my issues. He was like, why did you go talking about your issues? Like, you should be talking to me. Like, the issue is about you. I want to talk to you about you when you don't understand. Like, hello, excuse me.
For real.
Like, if you didn't make it hard, maybe I would talk to you about it, but no.
He gonna be like, give me the passwords to your issues.
Literally. Like, right. And then one last thing, the last straw for me was when he was, let me see what you're wearing to school. I was wearing a crop top with leggings, and this person said no crop top. I was like, what? Excuse me? And no leggings? Like, what I'm supposed to wear, dude? So what I did? I did put a longer shirt on, but it was still cropped. I tucked it in my leggings, like it was a regular shirt. I'm like, no, I don't fuck with this shit,
Right.
Like, why would I hate people that are just like controlling like that? I'm just glad that it wasn't like 1 year in. It was like, I think like 3 months in. And I saw this shit. I was like, nope, I'm gonna break up with you. So I was like, sorry, like, I can't be with this relationship. Like, we're breaking up. And guess what he said?
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna unalive myself. And I was like, what? I'm not gonna fall for that. I was like, no. Yeah. So I left the relationship. And guess what? A couple months after, he got a girl.
Ooh.
And he married with kids.
And he's still alive.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They try to do anything to really just lock you in and hold you back when, just don't trust these guys. That was like my first ever toxic relationship that I experienced, and it was bad. I guess I would say it's like my first serious relationship. And then my second serious relationship, still bad.
Oh, Lord.
But I would say my second one was just a lot harder. It was an emotional attachment one. People that know me, I feel like they know my situation. It was during the time when my brother passed. Yeah, and this person came into my life during that time again. So he was there for me, during the hard times. Came to all like the jump halls and all this stuff. So I was really like emotionally attached to this person. So it was really hard to leave this person, even though I knew all the bad things that he was doing. Lex knows exactly, like, what I'm talking about. All that cheating, all that da-da-da-da. Like, it was literally everything we listed on here. That was it. Literally. Yeah. But I was just so emotionally attached to this person that, like, I just allowed it to keep happening, Like, when my besties would be telling me, like, this person's doing this and this. Like, he's not even a good person. Like, why are you allowing this to happen? And that's why I say, I'm like, I know, and I'm allowing it to happen because it's just like, I know I can't leave this person, so I'm just gonna keep allowing it to happen until I just get detached from him, And I was like, I'm already like 20 something. I haven't been through my first heartbreak yet. I'm gonna let this be my first heartbreak so that I have experience, so that when I'm 30 years old, I'm not like, damn, I just went through my first heartbreak. What do I do, So I was like, I'm gonna let this be my first heartbreak, and I'll just keep going through it until I can finally detach myself from this person. And we never officially dated until like a year after talking, okay? And I got asked him when I was drunk too. I was drunk. He asked me, I was like, oh, I was so happy. But then after he asked me out, that was when I lost the feelings. Yeah, I was already like not attached to him anymore during that time. I finally was able to really like emotionally detach myself from this person. So, sometimes you just gotta let yourself go through it, which I know sucks so much, and you don't want to let yourself go through that thing, to let yourself go through all that hurt. But sometimes when you just really can't leave a person, sometimes you just keep going, keep fighting until they numb you out, and you're like, okay, we out, Yeah, I feel like those were my two most toxic experiences, and I'm glad now that I've left this person. And healing definitely takes so long, That's why I say give yourself grace. Because I thought I'd be healed up in a couple of months. But sis, no, it was like 2 years later. Yeah, it was like 2 years later. I'm like, I think I'm okay. And then some days I'm not okay, So it's like, you're not always okay. And that's okay. And that's why I say give yourself grace, because it takes a long time to heal. And once you've healed, though, like, when you've healed, you are just glowing. You're just happy. Like, everything around you is just, good. And, yeah, that's my experience. Lex, onto yours.
Yeah, but can I just say that Emmy handled her breakups and her relationships so gracefully. Like, this girl is just way too kind. I'm telling you. Like, I've never seen her be mean to her exes. And I'm just,
you're right.
Yeah, like, she is not mean at all. She's such a kind person, and she just really showed a lot of resiliency through the whole process, the relationship process, the breakup process, and the healing process. And like, I envy you so much for that, because for me, I'd be an emotional wreck. My stories, oh Lord, like, I don't even care. I will cry. Like,
She will scream.
Yeah, I saw this really funny TikTok video where it's like when both you and your bestie get played, and then you guys are like making fun of each other, and then one of them actually takes it seriously, and I'm like, I'm the one that takes it seriously, because like, fuck, I'm fucking heartbroken. But yeah, one of my stories. So, my first boyfriend, oh my gosh, this is such an embarrassing story. It's my birthday gift. He bought me hand soap for my birthday gift, remember? Yeah. That's when I knew that this motherfucker did not like me. Like, period. Why? You know me. You know what I like. And out of everything, you buy me hand soap. You trying to tell me I'm dirty or something.
For me, it was when we first met them at their family.
Oh, was it in the backyard?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the first red flag to me, because he got the new girl here. And then he got the ex-girl there too. Remember?
I totally forgot about that.
He was like, this is my girlfriend Lex, and this is my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, but I remember. Oh yeah, yes.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about. See, this is when you just know you got over the whole situation.
Yeah.
You don't even remember this kind of shit anymore because you're just so peaceful at it, and you're just like, it don't even bother me because like shit, I forgot about
that.
Right, exactly. But now I remember.
Remember? Yeah, that shit was so weird.
Trying to stir some things
I
up.
was there like, the hell.
No, I'm just kidding, but oh my gosh, yeah, that's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
And it was really awkward, that whole event and everything. But yeah, he bought me soap and I was like, oh, this guy don't like me for real. And what else? Oh,
sorry. Why do guys always think that like Bath and Body Works stuff is okay as gifts all the time?
Yeah.
And like sometimes we love that stuff, like, but every gift, like, what am I gonna do with 10 hand soaps?
For real.
Like, you know?
And the body sprays, like, how do you know I like that body
For
spray?
real.
Like, I don't want to smell like cotton candy. The fuck? But yeah, another story. This one is so embarrassing too. I was at his house and his friends were over too. And I guess like his friends wanted to hang out and they were gonna, or we all were gonna go somewhere. And I was the last one out and he was in front of me and he had closed the door and he closed it with me still in the house.
Inside?
Yeah. And then I opened the door and I was like, why did you do that? And then he laughed. He was like, oh, I forgot you were here. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I was so
upset. I was never told this.
Yeah, I think because like I just buried it in my mind,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm so done. Like this is just another item added to the list. Like the list is getting so juicy. Ooh, but yeah, and I was like, oh, you did not just fucking forget me. Like I will never let a motherfucker forget me, you know. And so I was mad throughout the whole entire time, and then I just wanted to go home. I was like, fuck you. Like, I'm going to forget about your ass, too. So went home, was still with him. And then finally, what the cherry on top was that he cheated on me. I was so happy he cheated on me because I was like, yes, I'm going to leave your ass. And like, not that I was waiting for him to cheat on me to leave, because I already did want to leave him, but I just like didn't know how to initiate it because this was my first boyfriend. So I was like, how do I break up with him?
He was still young.
Yeah, but then like when he just cheated on me, I was like, oh, yep, I know this is the signal right here to immediately break up. So broke up with him, and I was just so happy. Not gonna lie, like still miss the presence because it's that attachment. But then like after, I was just like, oh, I just feel so good without him. And we went on like 3 months without talking. It was the summertime, and my ass was lonely and everything too. So I didn't text him first, but he texted me. He was like, hey, like, want to hang out? I miss
summer
you.
before college.
Yes, it was a summer before college. And I was like, okay, sure. Like, let's just hang out. And I was like, I still, like, it's not that I like him, but I still had a little love for him there. So I was like, okay, like, I guess let's try again. But let me tell you, girlies, don't go back. Don't go back because you're going to feel so achy. You're going to feel like it's not there anymore. You know that this person has cheated on you, disrespected you, so many levels, everything. Like he did everything on the list as well too. And I was like, no, I can't. Like just because we didn't talk for the whole summer, and God knows what the fuck he did during the summertime. Right. Like, And so I'm just like, no, it just doesn't feel right anymore. So I just like ghosted him, and I felt so good doing that. Like I was like, yep, I dated you for like almost a year, and then like we talked again for like a week, and now I ghost you, and I'm like, damn, like it just feels so good doing that. And for the revenge part, when he did cheat on me, I was gonna saran wrap his car because I was like, you know what? he would get so upset if I did saran wrap his car. But I was like, no, it's not worth it because I don't want to drive by his stinking house and I don't want to be in that aura, in that energy.
Yeah.
You know, when an energy is just so disgusting, you just don't want to be near it. That was that energy. So, yeah, that was my story, my experience on my first boyfriend. It was really freaking crazy, and I'm so happy that like I forgot some of the events that happened. I have another really embarrassing one, but I'm not gonna tell y'all yet. Okay. I want to save this story for another episode. Yeah, so that was my experience. It was really freaking crazy. Let us know your experiences too.
Yes,
DM
please.
us, or if you want to comment, let us know because we know how hard these situations can be. And when you look back, it's just really funny because I hope that you guys can also laugh with us with our stories too, because it really is just an experience and it was a lot. Because you look back and you're like,
damn, was that a stupid bitch?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Like, we really did that.
Like, we did that, and now we are like this, you know? Like,
yeah.
Nothing could stop us. We're some strong-ass bitches, okay?
Period. We cannot go for dusty, musty, crusty dudes anymore. Like,
no.
Leave them behind.
Yep.
That's why they got the lonely boy syndrome going on. Let them stay in that syndrome. Also, thank you so much for our donors who have donated, who has bought us a coffee. So if you would like to buy us a coffee, you can go to, I don't even know what the website is.
You can go on our Instagram and click on our like link,
mm-hmm.
and then you'll see it pop up like buy us a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and all the funds go towards Modern Monk Girl, you know, what we do, some future exciting things coming up. It could be like for our equipment or just things to really level up Modern Monk Girl. So thank you so much. And we would like to shout out our donors.
All right, and we'd like to thank our donors, which is Jenny, Mining, Gaoshi, and John. So
thank you, y'all.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. And so you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Modern Monk Girl. And don't forget to tune into Emmy's Diaries next Wednesday. So we shall
see you soon, girlies.